When I'm looking for a putter for a high handicap golfer, what am I actually looking for? Now, you would say that they're all the same. They're all 34, 35 inch. They're all kind of flat face, 3, 4, 5 degrees on them. So what makes a good putter for a high handicap? Well, I think it goes down to two things. It helps the player square the face up. I think that's really, really important. And number two, it helps with distance control. So you can see that I'm standing on a huge putting green here with lots of choice. So let's get into my number one. So the first of our three putters is the Odyssey AI1 Jailbird Mini. Now, this particular putter came out, or this particular model of putters came out 18 months ago, really driven around control of distance. Now, they've seen over that time, over that last 18 months or so, that the distance control you get from these, and you can go back and watch some of the previous videos or the original videos I did out on the putting green, you will see that the distance control and the consistency of control with this putter is pretty good. Now, that's mainly down to the AI face, where they've spent thousands and thousands of pounds and thousands of putts trying to create the ultimate face and where the strike location is for a variable amount of golfers. So it's not just low handicappers, it's just lots and lots of different levels of golfer, and you're seeing that in the technology of the face. Now, what they've also done with this particular putter, they've put the Jailbird technology on it. So from an alignment aid, that kind of stripy zebra look across the top is really helpful when setting the line up for the putt, and that has really worked for a lot of golfers this year. So my first choice for a high handicapper would be jump into the AI1 range and look at the Jailbird Mini. So my second on the list, the trusty Spider. Now, you guys will probably have seen so many videos on this. We've seen a lot of guys win majors with this, Scotty, Rory now, and it is a superb putter. It's simple, it's clean. There's a few different necks. I've got the slant neck here, and one of the reasons I've got the slant neck, and I think it's probably slightly more popular, in my opinion, for that high handicap golfer, is because the slant neck offers a little bit extra toe hang. So it allows the putter to flow through the putt a little bit more and square the face up. So one of the things that I love with this putter, and I think really helps, is the clinical look from the top down. So this is the black version that was released this year. So black shaft, black grip, and the black head. And for me, that sharpness against the white alignment aid really sets off against the ball. Now, if you're a player, especially if you're a high handicapper that likes to use a line on a golf ball, that line is very striking if you to put a line on a golf ball and extend that out to set up to target. So for me, number two choice when you're testing, if you're a high handicapper, is the Spider Tour X. So my third choice for you high handicappers out there is to take a little look at the Wilson Infinite range, and specifically the L. This is the putter that for me just is slightly different to the ones that I've shown you. It hasn't got as much technology as some of the other two putters that I showed you, but what it has is got a huge amount of simplicity. So although the other putters had huge alignment aids and lots of lines and very colourful, this isn't. It's got 3 lines on the top, very slick, very clean, very simple, and more importantly, it is around half the price of the other two putters I showed you. Now, the other thing that I like in this version, they do two different types. They do the thinner pistol grip and they do the bigger jumbo grip. Now, for the high handicappers in this particular model, I would sit with that jumbo grip. It offers a little bit more control and stability through the hands. You have got a little bit more toe hang, a little bit like the Spider as well. But this putter, for me, is a great performing putter. We've seen a lot of golfers jump into this putter this year, especially in that high handicap range. And that's why it's in my top 3. So let's take a little time to have a few putts and see how they look. Now, as I said, the Jailbird Mini is a great model. Now, I'm a big fan of these slightly shrunk down mini heads because I think they offer something a little bit more compact. What this Jailbird offers you is a huge amount of alignment aids with the Jailbird technology in the back, but it offers you Versa. And you've got the little 3 dots as well on the top to help alignment. So there's lots of alignment aid in there, and I think that's why it's really working. Always with these putters, just absolutely shove that 80-foot right, but that's fine. Again, nice solid feel. In terms of the toe hang, a little bit of toe hang in there as well. You'll notice that all three of these putters are very similar in that the way that the toe hangs just enough to help the putter rotate. So love the feel of that, nice and soft. Now Spider is typically a very popular putter. Sits, for me, always feels like with the Spider, it sits on a lower profile. It sits really tight and sort of, every time I put a Spider down, I feel like it hugs the ground. It's a really weird feeling. For me, very similar feel to that of the Odyssey. Nice and soft off the face. It does feel very, very soft, but what it does do is give you a huge amount of feedback when you strike the putts. I love the alignment aids. But yeah, I think if you're a high handicapper, you've got to, and you're struggling with your putting, you've got to test that little Spider. Now, onto the Infinite. So the Wilson Infinite putter, like I say, this has been incredibly popular in the stores this year. It offers you something different. You can see if I pop those three putters down, there's lots of different alignment aids available, and I think that's the one thing that you've got to be really comfortable if you're any golfer, but with the high handicappers, I want you to be really comfortable with how it looks behind the golf ball. So if you're someone that wants a little bit simpler and a little bit clean, then maybe the Infinite range might offer you something a bit different. So little thicker grip, like I said, I went with the jumbo grip as well. What you do get is, because there's no insert into this putter, you don't get the same level of softness that you get with the other two putters, but what you do get is a different sound off the face. It's much clickier. And again, when you're putting, you've got to make sure, in my opinion, you've got to make sure that you enjoy the sound off the face. If you're not getting the right feedback both through your hands and through your ears, I think that can really be a detriment to how well you've struck the putt. You'll have the same or similar experience when you hit driver. You know when you've hit a good driver, you know the sound of the driver when you strike it. For me, it's no different in a putt. But all of these putters offer, they're mallet heads, so they're going to offer that off-centre strike to give you a little bit more consistency and help that ball roll and get that golf ball moving towards the target a little bit more often. So there we go, guys. If you're a 15 handicapper and above, I hope that video was a little bit helpful and a little bit of an insight. The next time you're looking for a new putter and you head to your nearest golf shop, maybe pick those three out, have a little play and see how they feel for you.